Well, hello there, my name is Dan, and recently I've posted a bunch of videos on my channel where I played my riffs, basically trying out my new signal chain for the guitar, and some people were asking what I'm doing for my tones, and I decided why not, and here we are. By the way, initially I was planning to do two sections in this video. The first section explaining the tone, and the second section explaining why I did this, why I built this chain, and why I stopped using plugins. But after completing most of the video, I realized that this is already too long, and probably why I stopped using plugins and all that stuff will be in a separate video. So let's start talking about the tone, and basically the first thing to get a great guitar tone is the bass. And these are the basses that I use. These are Dingwall's Combustion 5-string and NG3 6-string. The Combustion is tuned down to F standard, 1 octave lower than the 8-string, and this NG3 is tuned to drop G sharp. And basically I'm using this one to accompany the guitar when it's tuned to F standard as well. And I'm using this one to accompany the guitar when it's tuned to D sharp standard. And I'm having this dropped 6th string in G sharp to accompany the 7th string on the guitar, just to give this low stuff when it's needed. And for all my bass tones, I'm using for a bunch of years already, their Glass Atom, and sometimes in combination with their Glass Alpha Omega. And this is it for the bass. And probably one of the most important things is how you play. So pay attention to your fretting, pay attention to your picking. And for metal tones, general rule is no bitch picking. Also, your strings matter for the tone shaping. The gauges that you use, the quality of the strings, and boy oh boy do I have a lot to say about strings, but this is probably too big of a topic to include in this video, and probably let me know if you would like to see something like this, me nerding about the strings. But I'm using two sets. One is the Dario 9-65 and another one is the Dario NYXL 9-80 for different situations. And the general rule here is to try to go as thin as you can. Thinner strings, they brighter, they play better, they live longer, because thick strings, they tend to die pretty fast. And if you don't believe me, you'll probably will believe this guy.
I mean, dude, that set of strings sounds good for like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? It's like almost a set of bass strings, you know what I mean? How bass strings die real fast, same thing. So like, it would appear to me, at least in all the stuff that I've ever done, that the lighter you can go and functionally play still, the better it's gonna be for high gain. I mean,
and currently this guitar is loaded with the Dario 9-65 and is tuned to standard F. They are not fresh strings, but they are not really that dead, so yeah, kinda works. And of course your guitar matters a lot. And in my case, this is the best 8-string available on the market. In my opinion, this is the M80M Ibanez Meshuggah signature. It has a 29.4 inches scale length, and this is the kind of perfect scale for F standard. Sometimes I tune this guitar to G sharp, but it's a bit too low already. So when your guitar is lower than it's supposed to be, you have to save it with the bass. And this is why I'm playing this Dingwall NG3 in the same octave with the 8th string, just kind of to save it and to push it. And this guitar packs a Landgren M8, hands down the best pickup for metal ever made. I bought this guitar probably 5 or 6 years ago, and I'm still as excited as I was on the first day. This is just how good it is. It might seem like it's a minimalistic guitar with only one pickup, but it actually packs lots of features that, in my opinion, are really useful and essential for 8-string guitar players. But this is also a big topic, and I will not include this in this video, but yeah. Also, it is actually quite budget friendly, especially when you compare it to the other guitars on the market.
Bruh, look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no. Look at the top of his head.
This thing is the beast. And also one quick note, I'm not used to making this type of videos, so my brain is stressing out and I forget how to play guitar, so forgive me my playing in the next section. Now we are ready to talk about the actual setup, and let me just change the focus real quick. The core of the setup is a Victory V4 Kraken amplifier. For those of you who don't know, it is a hybrid amplifier, meaning there is a tube preamp section and solid state power amp section. They also added something that is called a valve response circuit to give you the kind of feel of a tube power section while having solid state section. They also feature a cap sim, 2 notes torpedo, really cool stuff. And this is actually what I'm using. I am hooked up via XLR output, which goes straight into my audio interface, and there I'm using direct monitoring, so no plugins added afterwards, just the output of this whole setup. I actually replaced all of the default presets regarding capsim. There are 6 that you can store, and I'm using number 5 the most, which for me is a Fortin Green Beast 4x12. You can see the preset right now on the screen, and it's really cool. And this is basically what you can hear in my latest videos where I'm testing this setup on my channel. I also want to mention number 6, which is Ola England's The One IR. It is actually really cool IR for metal tones, and it's kind of cheap. I think it's somewhere around 2 or 3 euros, and it works great, although it's a bit bass heavy, so you might wanna cut something, and I'm actually cutting 120 in the EQ section of 2 notes torpedo, and it sounds something like that. So it's cool, it works great, but I prefer Fortin. And just to get a comparison, and Ola again. Both are great, but I prefer Fortin. Just suits my taste better. So now let's talk some pedals, shall we? It all starts with the tuner, obviously, regular stuff. I'm using Boss Waza Kraft. The output of tuner is hooked up to the key input of this Fortin Zuul Plus noise gate, and after the key input, it goes out to first boost pedal, which is in this case Dark Glass Electronics bass boost. So it's actually a bass clean boost, and I'm gonna show you why I'm having it here. So I switched the channel to the green one, and this is how the green channel sounds without the clean boost engaged. So it's pretty distorted, it's kind of low gainy sound, but I really want to have a clean option. So I figured out that this pedal can do something great for guitar. It's actually a bass pedal, and I've got this laying around for quite some time because since I started using dingwalls, I stopped using this pedal. I don't feel the need because I like the character of dingwalls a bit more without this pedal. But for any other bass, I would suggest to use it. And now we're gonna engage it, and it does some magic. You can also turn down the volume a bit to get even more clean. But it's not only clean, I'm actually surprised that this pedal worked for the guitar in general, because I tried it out of pure curiosity, and these particular settings are the ones that work for guitar, and especially to get the clean tone. But it's not only clean, you might tweak it a little bit differently and get a different sound. So for example, I'm gonna turn it like this, and this what happens, and it's interesting. It might work for the high gain channel as well, but I don't like it really. Yeah. Since I'm talking about the clean tones, I think it's a good opportunity also to show off some other effects. Like I have this chorus pedal here, which is also Boss Waza Kraft, and it's a cool chorus. Chorus is one of my favorite effects for guitar, and I can't imagine my life without having one in the chain. And why I like this chorus specifically is because it doesn't have this wobbly thing going on. It's just the chorus, and it kind of widens your sound, and yeah, it sounds cool for cleans. Yep, it just widens all what's happening, and I really like it. And also I can engage this delay here, and this delay is working in effects loop as well. This analog delay, I really like how it sounds, but I'm not using it as a tempo synced delay. I'm just using it to kind of widen and enrich the sound for some of the applications. And I have here an empty space on my pedal board reserved for another pedal, which will be a reverb and delay pedal that has the tempo sync function. without the chorus. The second boost pedal in the chain is a Fortin 23 legendary pedal. It was designed for heavy 8-string stuff. So yeah, that's a cool pedal. I don't know what to say. It filters out some frequencies, boosts some frequencies, and yeah, just give you this chugging tone that you want. And out of this boost pedal, it goes into the input of the amplifier. And just to mention, while using the boost pedal, the EQ of the amplifier is pretty common for this type of boost. So you would dial back a bit of the mids and boost your bass and your highs. And then out of the FX loop, it goes into the Fortin Zuul plus noise gate, then out of this it goes into the chorus, then into the delay, then into EQ pedal, and then back to FX loop, and that basically the setup. The way I use EQ, I kind of bought this to have more options and more possibility to tweak stuff and to sculpt the tone, but I'm not using it this much. I'm just pushing a little bit of low end and a little bit of 2K, and that's it. The more and more I experimented, the more flat my EQ became. So yeah, you can get away without it. So you can get the tone without it. It's not really needed that much, but I like giving this extra little push to 2K and bass, and it's lower than 3 dB, I think. So really slight push, but it does the difference. So without it. And with EQ pedal. And yeah, also the chorus and delay are great for some lead stuff. I'm not really a good guitar player or not a lead player in general, but something like that. So this is basically the chain. Now let's talk about something else.